Hi everyone, welcome back to Beauty Beyond 40. If you're new here, my name is Trina, and today I'm going to be comparing the Myolift Mini microcurrent device to the Myolift QT device. I make videos mostly about beauty devices, so I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel since I do upload a new video every week. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. I'll leave links down below if you're interested in following me there for additional content. This was a highly requested video. I put a poll out and asked everybody, what video do you want me to make next? And this one ranked really, really high. I posted in my private Facebook group that's all about beauty devices. Thank you so much for always voting on my polls and being so active in the community because I want to make videos that you want to watch. So this video is really exciting because I think this is the most frequently asked question I've been getting lately about microcurrent, because the Myolift Mini has been out for several years and a lot of us already have this device, but the Myolift QT just came out a couple months ago, and a lot of people who don't have a microcurrent device are wondering which one should I get, and then some people that already have the Myolift Mini device are wondering, should I get the QT? So I'm going to break down all of the pros and cons, the differences between these two devices, and hopefully by the end of it you'll have a pretty good idea of which device you want to purchase. So number one, the question that probably is on your mind the most is price. There is not a significant difference in the price of these devices. When you buy the QT, it comes with an eye mask and a lip mask and some gel, and it's $2.99 US dollars. When you buy the Myolift Mini, on its own, it's $2.69 and it comes with some gel as well. But when you get the starter kit, which also comes with the lip mask and the eye mask and some gel, it's $300. So it's basically the same price. And if you do want to shop any of these devices, I have a link and promo code that I'll list down in the description. So the price does not make a difference, just to get that right out of the way. Something that I've heard before that I think is really important to keep in mind is that the best microcurrent device for you is the device that you're actually going to use. You don't want to spend $300 on a device because you think you're going to do it and then it just sits on the shelf and you don't end up using it. As we talk through these devices, really think about which device you would like to use more, because the device that you like to use more is the one that you're actually going to use. And if you don't use it, it's not going to work. And with microcurrent, you really need to be consistent to see results up front, and over time you do need to maintain your results. So this is a device that you really need to stick with. So try to pick the device you think you're actually going to use the most. So to give you a little bit of background on the Myolift Mini device, this is a device that has two separate prongs, and this was designed for estheticians. So it's a little bit more difficult to maneuver, and then they rolled it out for home use, and that's when I got access to this device because I'm not an esthetician, and I found it a little bit daunting to get started with. It's not as easy as the other microcurrent devices that are on the market, like the Frail Bear, the NuFace, the Zip. There are two separate probes. You have a cord that's plugged in, and you have a device that sits on the table, so it's not as portable as the QT. Whereas the QT is one handheld device. You can do it with one hand. It was designed for at-home use for people like me, just regular consumers that are obsessed with beauty devices that want to take care of their skin at home. So you can use both of these devices now at home, but this one was specifically designed to take out a lot of the guesswork and a lot of the frustration that many people had trying to maneuver these probes. I have a lot of tutorials and demos on my YouTube channel that you can follow along with me if you're feeling frustrated and you have the Myolift Mini or you want to get the Myolift Mini device. I have tutorials you can do it right along with me, and it should really help. With the QT device, you use their app. You must use their smartphone app. So that's another consideration. If you feel like you're a little bit technologically challenged or you don't want to have to use an app, then the QT is not going to be for you because it only works with the app. Whereas the Myolift Mini, you can just use it on its own. There's no app, but you should follow along with a tutorial on YouTube like the ones I have, at least when you're first getting going, so that you can get to know it and you can start to learn the routine that you want to do. So if you really don't want to use an app, then definitely go for the Myolift Mini. Another point to bring up is that both of these devices go up to 400 microamps, so you're getting the same amount of power. So that is something that's really important. The difference between the technology of these devices is that they say that the Myolift Mini is true microcurrent. True microcurrent allows you to pinch and hold the muscle to deliver the microcurrent to the belly of the muscle. And you get a really controlled, targeted microcurrent facial. And with the QT, you cannot do that with this device. And 70 Wellness says that the QT device is smart current. They say smart current because you are in control of your treatment. There's an app you can follow along, you can toggle the intensity from low to high, you can switch between stretch and lift, you can even do a custom treatment, and you can set up the intensity and the time and the areas that you want to target. So you're really in control of your microcurrent facial, and you can do a targeted facial based on what you are trying to achieve. Both of these devices have a conductivity indicator, so you know if you're getting conduction. That's the really great thing about these Myolift devices, why people love them so much. And in both cases, you are in control of the treatment, the intensity, the timing, all of that. Now with the QT, you can get true microcurrent and you can get that pinch and hold movement if you plug in the gloves. So the conductivity gloves are a separate purchase, and here's what they look like. In the app, you can follow along and it explains to you exactly how to use these gloves. But when you use gloves, you need water instead of gel. You need liners for your hands to make sure that the current is being delivered to your face and not your hands. So it is a little bit more involved. You know, this device is a lot easier to use when you're just using it to glide it along your face and following the treatments. But if you want to get that pinch and hold, which is the true microcurrent, you definitely need to use the gloves. Then it becomes a little bit more complicated. And the treatment for the gloves is 30 minutes. So if you think about that from a timing perspective, the Myolift Mini, the full face and neck treatment that I do on YouTube is like 30 to 40 minutes, and then to do the gloves treatment in the app is 30 minutes. If you want to get the most out of your microcurrent devices, you are going to need to schedule that 30 to 40 minute routine quite often. There's a discussion about how often do I need to use these devices. There is an upfront period where you're using it more regularly to achieve the results you want, and then you get into maintenance mode, and then you can use it less frequently, and that's what really sets the Myolift devices apart from other ones on the market, that you don't have to keep using them like every other day forever. I was using it 3 to 4 times a week for 60 days, and now I'm in maintenance mode and I do it once a week. I'll do a full treatment. I'm either doing the gloves with the QT, or I'm doing the Myolift Mini. I'm either using these metal probes, or I'm doing the cotton tip probes, or I'm doing the gloves. You know, everybody is different and everybody's skin is different. What 70 Wellness says is if you're like in your 20s or 30s and you have not very many lines and your skin isn't really sagging very much, the QT is a great device to start with. But if you're a little bit older and your face is really showing aging, they say that if your primary goal is lifting of facial muscles, the Myolift Mini is probably going to be better for you because it has dedicated pinch and hold movements, whereas the QT, it only has pinch and hold when you add on the gloves. But with both of these devices, you're getting the benefits of microcurrent, you're getting increased ATP, which stimulates collagen, you're getting improved skin tone and more even skin tone. It helps me to fight my acne. It also helps to push in the serums deeper into your pores. I always use a hyaluronic acid serum when I'm doing my Myolift devices. So you're getting these benefits no matter what device you're using. It helps to smooth out fine lines and wrinkles. But if you are really concerned with getting targeted pinch and hold to lift up your facial muscles, then the Myolift Mini might be the best one for you, unless you think you're going to use the gloves consistently with the QT device. So the other thing to keep in mind is, like, when you use the Myolift Mini, like I generally do like a 30 to 40 minute treatment, like I said. With the QT, it's so nice because you can go in the app, and if you're a little bit time starved and 30 to 40 minutes a few times a week sounds like way too much for you, you can just do one of the treatments. I think the full face treatment is 15 minutes. And the longest one is the gloves, but they have treatments for your eye area, your lip area that are just a couple minutes long. So if that sounds like more your speed, like you put the app on and you can just do it before you're getting ready for bed for just a couple of minutes, you'll get the benefits of microcurrent, but then you have to keep doing that. I would say like every other day, like several times a week. It's more in line with the New Face or the Freo Bear or the Zip, where you have to keep using it consistently. So if you feel like you want to really put in the effort to do it 3 to 4 times a week, like me, for like 30 minutes and then see your results and then move down into maintenance mode, I think like Myolift Mini would be a great tool for you, because I love this tool. But if you feel like you're just not going to do that, then the QT is going to be wonderful for you, because the treatments are so short and they're really easy, and it's just one hand. It's really easy to follow along. Now, I want to talk to you through some things people have been complaining about the QT. I want to keep this really honest. The button that you press to turn it on, it's really loud, it's really piercing and it's really sensitive. The button is really sensitive. So some people have complained that while they're using the device, they're following along with a routine, they'll accidentally push the button and it will turn off, the whole thing shuts down, they have to restart. That is really frustrating, and it has happened to me where I turn it on and off. That could be improved, hopefully in future iterations of this device. Some people have said that their devices were cracking or there were some issues with the balls. I haven't had any problem with that. My device has been in great shape and I've been using it and I haven't seen any problems. And then the app itself, it can be a little bit glitchy. It doesn't work perfectly. You might get frustrated trying to use the app with this device. So if you feel like you're already technologically challenged, you don't like connecting to Bluetooth, and you don't think that you're going to be comfortable following along with an app that's not 100% perfect yet, then maybe wait on this. But if you feel really comfortable with technology, I'd say go ahead and get this. I really love this device, and when I'm looking to do my weekly microcurrent treatment, I always will gravitate toward this one just because it's so much easier to use. But I don't feel like I get that targeted treatment. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, my hooded eyes are my number one thing that I'm always trying to work on. And with the probes, you can really, really like push up and hold and like really get targeted with the device. You can push up and you can hold, and in the probes, the balls are really small. And it just feels like you're getting a much more targeted facial. Whereas with this device, the balls are much larger. So like when you're trying to push up your eye area, it doesn't feel as targeted and controlled. So that's why I tend to like the smaller probes better. However, when you use the gloves, you're using your fingers, so you can just really get that targeted treatment like this. So if you think that you can use the gloves with the QT, it's going to be the same thing as having the Myolift Mini. Now, the QT is so easy to travel with, so easy to throw in your bag, just easy to have with you wherever you go, whereas this device is a lot clunkier because you have the cords and the probes and the device, and it's just not as easy to travel with. So that's another consideration. So the bottom line, if it were me and you're asking me which one should I get, I would split this up this way. I would say if you're technologically challenged and you don't like working with apps on your phone, get the Myolift Mini. If you're very, very time starved and you think that you're just not going to have the time to put in to using a device for 30 to 40 minutes several times a week, get the QT. If you're really busy, get the QT. If you feel like you are an advanced microcurrent user and you have lots of devices and you're obsessed with it like me and you just can't get enough of these devices, get the Myolift Mini, because you are going to have more control and you're going to be able to do more dedicated pinch and hold movement. But if you are an advanced user and you still want to get the latest device from 70 Wellness, then just get the QT. With the gloves, you'll be able to incorporate that pinch and hold routine several times a week and achieve the exact same results as if you had the Myolift Mini. So I hope that helps. I know that it's not a definitive answer, but I think there are a lot of different type of people out there with different skill levels, different time commitments, different comfort levels with technology, and so I hope that helps break it down for you. But no matter what device you get, you're going to get the benefits of microcurrent. You're going to get 400 microamps. You're going to see results if you stay consistent. So don't think on it too much. Go with your gut. Just pick the device that you like the most, that you think you're going to use the most, and then just stick with it and you won't be disappointed. People ask me all the time, what device should I get? I don't know which one I should get. Just get one and just get going and use it, because the trick to these devices is consistency. And with the 400 microamp device like these, if you are consistent, you will see results. And I am obsessed with my microcurrent devices, and I don't plan to stop using them anytime soon. If you have additional questions that you think I didn't cover here, leave them in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my weekly videos. I will see you next week. Bye!